Good morning. I'm David Summers, publisher of the Long Beach Post and Business Journal. Welcome to Building a Better Long Beach, our community's annual update from Mayor Robert Garcia on the numerous investments, projects, and developments happening across our city. From here in our downtown newsroom, we are fortunate to have a special view into the past, the present, and the future of Long Beach through the many historic preservation projects and many new construction sites just here along Ocean Boulevard. But much more is happening beyond downtown in every part of our city, from the Uptown Renaissance in North Long Beach to investments along the shoreline in advance of the 2028 Olympics. And yet all of this is happening at a time when our city is still reeling from the terrible impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic, including the deaths of nearly 900 of our friends, family, and neighbors. At the same time, horrific tragedies and brutalities in communities across the nation serve to remind us that pervasive racial inequities continue to exist, and cities must respond and recover with building meaningful investments in opportunity, equity, and access for all. For 6 years, the Long Beach Business Journal has had the privilege to serve as sponsor of today's important annual event. As we consider where we've come from, where we are, and where we're going as a city, we can, we must, we are building a better Long Beach. And now it's my honor to welcome the Mayor of the City of Long Beach, Dr. Robert Garcia.
Hey everyone, and I want to first, of course, start by thanking Dave and the entire Long Beach Business Journal for hosting this today. I want to welcome you to our Building a Better Long Beach presentation, and I'm really excited to share with all of you all of the progress that is happening in the city when it comes to development. Now, we know that, of course, building a great city requires a lot of things. It requires amazing people, a focus on health and equity, ensuring that we are standing up for everyone, and building a community that we're proud of. A big piece of that is also making sure that we have enough housing for people to live in, that we have great projects for people to see, that we have retail spaces for people to shop in, and that we really develop a unique skyline and city that we can truly be proud of. Now, this presentation has typically been used to share and showcase what's been going on across the city. And today's presentation will be no different. We're going to share some projects that have either been completed or about to be completed in North Long Beach. Then we're going to go on and move to Midtown and share some there. Then we're going to talk about downtown, where we traditionally see, of course, most of our projects, and end with some great exciting news coming out of East Long Beach as well. And so we're very grateful. And I want to make sure that folks know that the projects that we have here in front of us are really a combination of so many people working hard. It's the amazing work of our Long Beach City Council, and every single one of these projects has their vision in them. It's our development and business community that are out there putting these projects forward, financing them, getting them ready for shovels in the ground. It's our amazing team at the city who have done a phenomenal job, I think, of really developing the city over the last 10, 20 years. And of course, it is the hard-working men and women that are building these projects. And in many cases, these are being built by good union labor. And so we are just excited to have all of these projects be a part of our city and to showcase them for all of you. I just want to say also a few notes, and I think Dave had a chance to mention them here at the start. This has been a very hard year. We have faced an enormous challenge as it relates to the pandemic. And we have faced enormous challenges as it relates to our economy. So many business leaders have really had to reevaluate their mission, their own businesses, their livelihood, and the impacts to their workers. We are here to support our business community, our workers, and the future of our city, and most importantly, everyone that lives within it. Now, it's really important also for us to note what's ahead, and that's what this presentation is really about. I want to note and start with our recovery. I think you're probably all hearing about our Long Beach Recovery Act. This is a over $200 million effort to support our businesses and to get healthier. All of that is on its way with help from the federal government, the state, and the county. But we're also doing more than that. We're reinvesting in small businesses. We're doubling down on supporting workers. We're investing in health. And we're focusing on what builds our city even stronger. Development projects, public safety, ensuring that the city is clean and looking great. Now, within this development project, you're going to see all sorts of great housing projects, all sorts of great new developments around retail. But I also want you to know that we're heavily investing to ensure that the city grows in every single way. We know that the pandemic has led to significant challenges, but these projects are going to lead, I think, to some very big successes. So I want to share those with you today. And I'm going to go ahead and start by really talking a little bit about broadly where we are as a city. So first, let's talk about the big picture. Now, when you look at projects that are permitted or under construction, you've got about close to $400 million worth of projects. And this number, by the way, just ticks up higher every single month as more projects come online. But these are currently projects that are under construction. I also want to share with all of you that when you think about residential units in the pipeline, we have right now 8,200 units that are currently being built or are going to break ground in our pipeline. Now, since I've been mayor, we've also built and opened an additional 3,500 units. So I had set a goal early on as a city to build 10,000 new homes. Once we hit this metric, we will be over 11,000 new homes that we will build in these initial, hopefully, 8 years. So this is the type of housing that we have to continue to build and to double down on housing across the city. Now, I want to share with all of you what development really looks like in the city of Long Beach. And we're going to start with the northern part of our city. Now, traditionally, and North Long Beach has got two great councilmen, Vice Mayor Richardson, Councilman Al Austin, who have been working on ensuring that we develop our community in a way that's also equitable. And there have been some great projects that have opened and that are opening. And I want to start with the first one that I know a lot of people have been excited about, and that is the Uptown Commons project. Now, this project, which is right on Atlantic Boulevard, which of course had been just an underdeveloped space for such a long time, is 10,000 square feet of new commercial space. If you have not been there, I mean, it just looks great. And folks that live in North Long Beach are loving this project. There's patio areas, there's coffee, there's food, there's retailers. And these are the types of projects in the northern part of our city that you're going to continue to see, just activated and exciting. We also are going to hear a lot about in this presentation what we're doing to support people experiencing homelessness, to get them off the street and sidewalk, and support and housing. We just opened in North Long Beach the largest city municipal shelter that we have anywhere across our community. It's 125 additional beds of housing for people experiencing homelessness and to transition them into work and permanent housing. This project continues to develop, but we're really, really proud of it, and we're thankful the community supported it as well. So we just opened this in North Long Beach as well. Also approved in North Long Beach are two great housing developments. These are two great projects for middle-class, working-class families in North Long Beach. As you can see, these are 3-story townhomes at 4,800 Long Beach Boulevard, and additional 3-story townhomes at 5,100 Long Beach Boulevard. And we want to create quality housing all across the northern part of our city and community. We also want to share that we have this amazing other project called the Uptown, also on Atlantic. This is a really exciting project that's on its way. It's 31,000 square feet, tons of retail, restaurants. There's going to be some really unique spaces in this. But you can also see the design and the pops of color and the quality. We want to just bring the community to these projects so they can feel that they've got some amazing spaces to go that will integrate already with all the great places that are in North Long Beach. Because we know that the northern part of our city, that it has so much culture, so much diversity, so many beautiful mom and pops, that we want to ensure that we're building something that really relates to this city and to the neighborhood and the community. And then probably one of the most, if not the most exciting project in North Long Beach I want to share with you today is making good progress. The Atlantic North Village is on Atlantic Boulevard, as we all know, and within these blocks of what currently is a mix of shops, but a lot of empty storefronts. We have partnered with the same folks that brought you the Anaheim Packing District and so many great developments on the Atlantic North Village project. This project is going to include 86 3-story townhomes, 14 cottage-style apartments, and we're going to transform the corridor itself with great retail, mom-and-pop places. We're going to bring in a lot of local neighborhood leaders to run spaces for this really great project. What's really important to the city and to the community is that this project integrates with the corridor, and that it's unique and a really special place for the neighborhood, and that it's neighborhood serving. So this is the largest project in North Long Beach is the Beat. And it's gonna really take up a lot of Atlantic. So we are very excited about this project and all the great things that are happening across North Long Beach. I want to transition, and by the way, that's not every project in North Long Beach. We're highlighting, of course, some in each area. There's others that are happening that are really exciting, but those are some of the really big ones. And I want to now talk about Midtown and West Long Beach. Before I start, I just want everyone to know that there is a huge renaissance happening all up and down the Midtown corridor. We are building thousands of affordable housing units along the Blue Line. We just put $500 million into the Blue Line through our partnership with Metro. And folks are moving in, neighbors are opening up businesses, and we see a lot of potential throughout Central Long Beach, Midtown, going up into the Bixby Knolls area. So let's go over to some of these projects. One thing you'll notice in this presentation is these yellow kind of buttons on them. Those are all of our affordable housing projects and developments. And there's a ton, and there's going to be more. I'm really proud the council has put in an inclusionary housing policy so that developments moving forward, we're ensuring that we're bringing in affordable units or that we are funding affordable projects, and you're going to continue to see that kind of work continue. So let's first talk about some of these projects that were recently completed. We just finished the senior apartments at Federation Tower. These are 50 units, studios, 1 bedrooms. If you know what this used to look like, this looks great now. Also now bringing in residents are the Garden condominiums. These are market rate condominiums right off Long Beach Boulevard. It's 36 condos. You can see that right off the Blue Line. The Spark, great looking project. These are 95 affordable units. Again, just the color, the design, I think it's really quality, and it's right off that Metro stop. There's a YMCA facility on the ground floor. There's training opportunities for youth. And the folks that are moving in here are just great people, and a lot from Long Beach and part of our community, of course. Also just completed our Vistas del Puerto. And what's amazing about these projects, I remember being at the grand opening and the groundbreakings of all these projects when they were just huge lots of dirt. And now you see these amazing places that are bringing in lower income families, families that are struggling, affordable families that have always been part of our community that deserve quality places to live. This is 48 affordable housing units and a great looking project. I also want to share with you today something that we're very proud of. You are going to see in this presentation 3 Project Homekey projects. What's Project Homekey? Project Homekey is a partnership that the state of California and the governor launched for cities to purchase or to run older motels or hotels and convert them into transitional homeless housing. These are permanent housing units now where people can then get jobs, get skills, and go back out into the community. We had a homeless crisis before the COVID crisis. We will have a homeless crisis after this pandemic is complete. People that are experiencing homelessness deserve our support, and they deserve a roof over their head, not to be out on the sidewalk or in a tent. And so these projects, these Project Homekey projects, are critical. Our first project is a 102-room project for people experiencing homelessness that's got support services at the old Best Western on Long Beach Boulevard at 17th and Long Beach Boulevard. Folks are already moving in there, and we are getting it to a place that's going to be a really incredible, special place. And then we have a second Project Homekey project, not too far on Atlantic Boulevard, again in the Midtown area. This is 135 units, which is really, really exciting. And so we were very excited about this project, and we think, again, people experiencing homelessness deserve safe places to live. I want to now transition to what's happening on Atlantic at 2800. You've probably seen this amazing building. This is a new 4-story pediatric clinic, offices for Memorial. And there are a variety of clinics that are actually on site. This is great for families, and it just got completed and has opened its doors to the community. But there's 66 exam rooms just on this site. This is the start of incredible renovations that you're going to see at Memorial, all throughout their entire campus over the next few years. So there are huge plans at this site, on the northern part of the current main hospital building, which we're going to start seeing in the years ahead. And also just, again, projects that just recently got completed. This is a 25 kitchen commissary project called Cloud Kitchens here on Daisy. There are 25 kitchens on the site, up-and-coming chefs, restaurateurs, families that are renting kitchen space out, that are doing their own food business. And we have 2 of these now that have opened in the city. This was the first, but again, these projects are going to continue to open up, and we're excited that these are popping up and have a lot of work to do to support our whole food ecosystem across the city. And I also want to note that the Goodman Corporate Park, which if you don't know what that is, it's the old, huge Boeing site right by the airport. This is 1.3 million square feet. It is probably the largest development opportunity happening right now in the city. This park is right now working with a couple significant corporate partners to open up sites here. And in the months ahead, I think we're going to hear some very exciting news, particularly with one company in particular that is going to add to the ecosystem that we're already building around the airport. That's going to be very, very exciting. And so this corporate park is going to be incredible potential from an economic development perspective, and it's 20 acres, so it's very, very large. Want to also just make sure that we just completed, everyone know, our MHA Mental Health America site off Long Beach Boulevard. There's a coffee shop that's going in front there, adaptive reuse. They moved from downtown to Central Long Beach. This is a great project and great development, so we're pretty excited about that. This is also under construction, next few projects in Midtown, tons of affordable housing construction. This is a project, affordable housing. It's 68 affordable units happening here in Long Beach, and we want to make sure that these projects continue. You also see another affordable project, Bloom and Magnolia, right on Magnolia, right adjacent to the Washington neighborhood. Great project, 55 affordable units. And all of these units are critical to the need that we have across the city. Also under construction is Las Ventanas, also an affordable housing project right off the Long Beach Boulevard. Long Beach Boulevard is totally transforming with these projects, and it's really exciting. It's 4 stories, great opportunities, and you've probably seen this one already come out the ground, almost done here in Central Long Beach. We're also doing construction right now on these homes. They're the Millennium Homes or Habitat for Humanity homes. So they are, these people will own their homes, and this is 10 two-story homes in the Washington neighborhood, right in the northern part of the downtown. Also want to share that we have a bunch of smaller adaptive reuse projects. This is a building that you see here on New York Street. We're converting it to 20 artist studios. You're seeing this all pop all across the city. We have a lot of interest on artist studios right now, so this is going to help with some of that interest and some of that need. And as you exit Midtown and you're going to start going into Bixby Knolls, we're all seeing this amazing kind of tech hub being expanded. Laserfish, of course, one of our great Long Beach companies, they are developing and expanding. And not only are they building and expanding their headquarters, they are looking at land in their area and putting together parcels for some really exciting projects and development. So we're very, very proud of Laserfish and what they're doing here at this site. Now I want to just talk about some projects that have been approved and that will be under construction soon, and we're trying to get them there to break ground in this upcoming few months. We have a great affordable project at Anaheim and Walnut, 88 affordable units. We have a project called the Axiom at Long Beach Boulevard. This is 7 stories high. It's 142 units, both market rate and affordable. So it's got both of them in one project. And again, it's a great looking project, and it's going to really change Long Beach Boulevard, which is going to completely transform from the downtown going into Bixby Knolls. It's going to look great, and we're really, really excited about that. The Century Villages at Cabrillo, probably the most important campus we have in the city to help people experiencing homelessness, especially veterans and families. They are expanding again with an additional 90 units. This is already a large campus, but we've approved an additional 5th phase of campus development there. And of course, they are right against the river there on the western part of the city there. And we've got some other great projects at Long Beach and 14th, right at the kind of start of 14th Street Park. And you've seen all that great development happening there. You've seen Darling's Bar open up across the corner, and I think it's called the Grasshopper, and you have Trademark Brewing. And just catty corner from that, you're going to have this great new project. This is, again, 65 units, and right at the opening of the park, which is going to be a great change to that area. Also approved are some additional mixed-use projects. This one is 138 units. I mean, I love how many units we're adding to the city. Great looking project there, right off PCH and Pacific. Again, also very close to the action along the blue line in Midtown. Another project going right on PCH. This is 77 housing units, affordable housing units, which we're working right now. It's going through the process. It's been approved, and it's on its way, of course, to that next phase of construction. So as you can see, there is a lot of housing happening in the central part of our city. And if you look at where the need is, there is an enormous need for housing there. When you look also and you overlay our work around poverty and our work around supporting working families, the need is greatest in Central and Midtown. And so we have to be mindful that we're creating housing opportunities, places to support people experiencing homelessness, which we're doing, and also giving people that opportunity to buy that first house. For a young family to be able to purchase a home into our city, have home ownership, and be a part of a neighborhood and community. So all of that is important to us and very critical. Now I want to transition us into downtown Long Beach. Now we know that our downtown has seen a boom of development and construction, and it continues. So I'm going to briefly mention some projects that just got finished, and then what we have coming down the pipeline ahead. So some of these projects just got finished in the last few months, last year. We've probably seen the Alamitos, right on Alamitos, 136 units. People are moving in, very successful project. The Beacon we've seen on Anaheim, Long Beach Boulevard, two great affordable housing units, 121 units. And if you haven't been to it, it's spectacular. And the people that are living there are so grateful and happy to be at the kind of entrance of downtown, right by the Metro Blue Line, and really excited about this project. The Crest, amazing project. Cam Baboff and his team are building multiple projects across the city, and it's a great project. There's a pool on top, and if you haven't been to the great little restaurant along the bridge, the wine, food, it connects the Terrace Theater to the Rainbow Bridge, and it's 113 residences. And people are moving in, and this place is leasing up fast. So great project. We're very grateful for it as well. We also recently opened at the Pacific. Again, this is 163 units, 17 affordable units. So we're very excited about this project. It's right by the Civic Center, and this used to be land, that our old RDA land, and so now it's great housing, and we're really excited about that. And probably right now the most exciting development under construction that's in its early phases is the Broadway block. The Broadway block is going to be this huge project. You see probably the crane in the middle of the project right now. There's a 23-story high-rise adjacent to a 7-story building that includes 432 units. I don't know if folks understand the impact when you drop 432 units, most of those units having multiple people living in them, right in the middle of the downtown. And what that's going to mean for the whole East Village portion of the downtown, for the connectivity, you will be able to walk and feel connected from Pine or the West Gateway all the way down Broadway, down First, going into the East Village. So the downtown is going to really get connected through this massive full block development that's happening there right off of Broadway and 3rd, right across from the post office. This project also will include some affordable housing and some gallery space for the university, for Cal State Long Beach. It includes, again, some amazing food opportunities, but most importantly, it's all the people that are going to live there, and they're going to make downtown a just really stronger place. So very excited and glad that we finally have that crane up in the sky to get this project done. And by the way, all these projects, I will say, during the pandemic, we weren't sure where these projects were going. I mean, some projects stalled, other projects were trying to get financing again, and the fact that we've been able to retain almost most of our projects, almost all of our projects, we have been able to maintain, to keep going, to help them get financing is really, I think, a credit to the teams that are putting these projects on and our city team for getting them across the finish line. And this was one that for a while I was worried about, but got done. Another project across from the courthouse, you probably see it if you drive by down Broadway, Broadway and Magnolia, 141 market rate units. It's going to look awesome, and you can see how great the project itself looks. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to live there? So I'm excited about that, and again, another really great project. Under construction right now are these apartments over on Locust, not too far away from my old place, and it's just 97 units. Great design. We're excited for folks to also add to that community. Under construction currently, everyone has probably seen this building right across from City Hall. This is 106 new residential units, loft-style, apartment-style living. It's under construction. Another project that we were very concerned about during the start of the pandemic, whether the financing would get there, but our development team, we all worked together. We got folks around the table and made sure this project would happen. And you're seeing the construction, and it's happening. Another project, which a lot of folks in the community are excited about, 271 units being again dropped right into the North Pine neighborhood, and some units that are for affordable units as well for families. This again, when you talk about transformational projects, this is a transformational project. When you drop 271 units right at the edge of the North Pine neighborhood, all of those folks will then all activate all the retail, the dry cleaner just next street, the sweet shop, the Satan Sinner's cookie shop, the pie bar down the street, the Crest Market. All of these places will get activated and supported because you're putting so many residences just right in the heart. And this is why density matters and why density is important, because it also supports businesses. And of course, what will soon going to be the tallest building in the city is, of course, our Shoreline Gateway project. And this project has pretty much been topped out, almost done. 315 residential units, all those folks just right on that corner is going to be really exciting for the city. So we will, I can't wait to be there in person when we open up this incredible new building right across from the Via Riviera. Also under construction, this is 5 at the Streets. This is almost done. Again, 20 market rate units in the old City Place. You probably have heard that City Place has been purchased by a new team. So all of those blocks between 3rd all the way up to 7th Street, 6th Street, 7th Street has been purchased. And so we're in the year ahead, we'll be learning that whole project is really going to be focused around housing and some exciting developments as well. So we are excited. This will be opening up as part of that project, which is almost done. The Breakers. There is not going to be probably a more spectacular place in the city to enjoy a cocktail, to enjoy a nice stay, to go to the pool, to transform a historic, really like masterpiece, which we all know the building is, into this amazing space and hotel, and it is going to be phenomenal. The park will be enhanced, adaptive reuse. It's a 175-room hotel, all restored. They added this amazing pool. The roof, it's going to be spectacular with an amazing dining experience. So we are excited about the Breakers here in the heart of downtown. And as you can see, construction continues on it. We also got a small hotel project, little 34 guest room project at 107 Long Beach Boulevard. You may have driven by it. It's under construction right now, so we're happy to have the additional hotel rooms. And of course, Ocean Center, which is going to be 80 units right there on the corner of Pine and Ocean. There's still a lot of work happening. It's under construction. They're still clearing things out, but that'll be a great project, a great building that deserves to be restored. So we are excited about that project as well. And of course, Lincoln Park. Right now, we're doing some initial construction work, kind of some of the underneath the ground stuff, but you're going to see some very visible construction over the course of the next couple of months. And we've designed an all-new park. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be a dog park, children's play area, right adjacent to the library. You can see this big. There's going to be a huge, big penny with President Lincoln, of course, on it. That I'm sure will be an awesome new piece of art where folks are going to come and take a lot of pictures. This is going to be a great park for the downtown, and again, just to connect all of the great things happening in the downtown. We are building, I believe, the most walkable and certainly one of the most exciting downtowns really anywhere. So it's really exciting. Also, some projects that have been approved that we're again working to get them to that construction point. This is the Astor at Long Beach Boulevard and the Promenade, 218 units. We got to get this project built. Very exciting project. And the Inkwell, just across from it. This is 8 stories, 189 units, again, right off the Promenade. And so these two projects, the Inkwell and the Astor, really will connect the Promenade and really put a lot of density there. So we're really focused on these two projects for this upcoming year. Very exciting projects. And then we've got other projects that have been approved that are moving forward, which we're excited about. We've got this project at 5th and Pacific, 157 units. Again, right by the Wilmore neighborhood and North Pine. The pandemic is now dying down, and these guys are moving forward again, so we're excited about this project. We got residents at Linden, 82 units, make even the East Village area even more dense, which we want to do, so we are excited about this project. And again, one of our bigger and more exciting projects is 3rd and Pacific. Now, this is 345 market rate units that will be just dropped right off of Pine Avenue and Pacific. Again, the amount of people that this will bring will completely activate that portion of the downtown. We're very excited about it, and it bridges a housing need that we have. We need more residences and more housing. So we're excited about this project, and it's one of the larger projects happening in the city. This one's been approved, and this one is happening. And I've seen some recent designs on this. It's spectacular, so very excited about it. Again, another project. This has been approved and building. These are another 19 commercial kitchens. These are another commissary type of development, and this one is over here right off Elm Street. So again, these projects continue to happen, and we're excited about those. So what are some projects that are still under review? Our large hotel project at the Convention Center still has 1 or 2 more hurdles to get past, but is almost there. Again, this is a 30-story high-rise, almost 430 guest rooms, pool, just spectacular hotel, and we're going to get this project done, and it's moving forward here, hopefully in this year ahead. We also have other projects around the downtown. The Calypso, this is 108 units here, right off Locust on the 600 block. Great looking project. We have over on Broadway on the 500 block. This is again 48 units, proposed right now under review, and we're going through all the plan checks on this project right now. And again on Long Beach Boulevard, another 86 units here on the 900 block. So again, Long Beach Boulevard, just a lot of great stuff happening. Great project you see here. And we also think, by the way, that these projects are going to create that additional density that we really need in the downtown. So that kind of takes us out of downtown. Now there's a lot of projects still coming down the pipeline in downtown, but they're a little bit early. And so we wanted to show you everything that we know is happening and happening right now. So all right, I think that we had a little power glitch there, but let's let's move on now. We want to move on to East Long Beach. And so the eastern part of our city is also seeing and has seen some significant development. And so I want to share this with you, and this is our last part of the city, and then I do have something to also announce at the end. So, of course, we've opened Second and PCH. There's still some other retailer and restaurants that are opening up and going in here. It's very exciting, and I'm thankful that this project is there, creating additional retail for the community. We also, of course, just recently completed the northwest portion of Douglas Park. So now Douglas Park itself is developed, and it's so successful with all the restaurants, the food court, the tech jobs, all the office space. So we're really proud of this project. And as we're going through this, so many folks have worked so hard on these projects. This project, I know Councilwoman Mungo has been very involved with. You looked at Second and PCH, again, Councilwoman Price, incredibly involved in this project in the eastern part of the city. And so there are champions that have been involved in all of these projects. Now, this project, again, right by the airport, and a lot of exciting things happening there. We just completed the Staybridge Suites development right there off of Lakewood. You've probably seen this project. And I wanted to mention our third Project Home Key site. This is the old Motel 6, right off 7th, not too far from the university, right there by the Jack in the Box. And again, this is 43 units of permanent supportive housing for people that are transitioning out of homelessness. And so very proud of these projects. And we want to continue doing these home key projects because we want to also get folks off the street and into support and housing that they deserve. So what are some of these projects in the eastern part of our city that are under construction? Well, I'm super excited about this one. These are the new dorms at Cal State Long Beach. They're right off of Bellflower and Atherton, 4 stories. These are, again, we're going to bring in more students into our community. It's almost 500 residential hall units. And so students on campus is a good thing for cities. We want to create opportunities for our students to be on campus and be part of our community. So we're really proud of this. It's already under construction. These homes, there's 40 single-family homes called the Dorado in the eastern part of our city. Again, more home ownership opportunities for our community. And we're doing massive improvements at the Long Beach Airport. So the Long Beach Airport is seeing tons of construction. Over the course of the next year, you're going to see even more construction. The terminal continues to get redone. The rent-a-cars, all that old stuff is going to be gone. We'll have a new rent-a-car area. And so there's new ticketing, new baggage claim, and all of that is currently under construction. So we love the Long Beach Airport, and we're going to continue to make sure that it's really the best kind of community airport anywhere. And then, of course, we have some big projects that have been approved, like the Belmont Beach Aquatic Center, which finally got approved by the Coastal Commission. And so this project we've committed to the community is happening. It is a big part of our Olympics plans in the future, and we're going to make sure this project does happen. So it's very, very exciting for us as a community. And I want to also just transition to some of the other projects. We spin launch. When you talk about the space industry in the city, space is increasing. The amount of satellites and space companies that are moving in. We know Virgin Orbit. We know about Spin Launch, who, by the way, expanded, which is great within their space. And we also know about Relativity Space, another great space company in the city. They are also now dramatically expanding here in the eastern part of our city. I mean, they're building rockets. Our companies are building satellites every single day. We have some of the best engineers and minds anywhere from across the country building this space ecosystem. When you think about Relativity Space, when you think about Spin Launch, when you think about Rocket Lab that is also here in our city, we've talked about Virgin Orbit. We're building really the strongest space ecosystem anywhere right now on the West Coast, and there is more news ahead. And I think over the course of this next year, you're going to hear about even more interests from global space companies that are going to be moving into Long Beach, and with 1 or 2 in particular, which are going to be very exciting for the city. We're actively working on this work. Now I want to, as we think about the future, I also want to end with something that's really, really important. I think that all of us know that we've had a tremendous year of loss. We have now lost over 900 individuals within our city. In fact, just yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of our very first person that died due to the pandemic, due to COVID-19. The other thing that's really, I think, important for us as the city to recognize is that the COVID pandemic has been the biggest loss of life for us anywhere. And when you think about the city, whether it was the earthquake in the 1930s, whether you think about any year that we've had gun violence, the most murders we've ever had in the 1990s in 1 year, I think was about 125. We've lost over 900 people to the pandemic. There has been no event or any type of incident that has ever cost us more lives than the COVID-19 pandemic. It's been the single largest threat to life we have ever had since the founding of our city, and it continues to be the single biggest threat to life moving forward. So this is serious, and I think that we don't understand fully yet the impact of the loss to these families, to families that will be impacted in the future, and certainly to what that does to a city. So I am really also just kind of heartened to announce today that we are working right now to put together what is going to be an amazing and a thoughtful COVID-19 memorial project. We want to memorialize in a way that's important the community. We want people to know that what happened and what continues to happen matters. There's a lot of things that we can build, and we're going to build projects and homes and retail. But there's probably nothing as important as building a memorial to remember and to recognize all the people that we have lost across our city. And so over the course of this next year, we're going to bring together some community leaders, artists, folks to think about what can we build that's going to be something of significance that is going to really memorialize those that we have lost in our community. I'm also want to share that I have asked Ron Arias. Ron, of course, is the former head of the Long Beach Health Department. He's also someone that's very well known within our community. Ron has accepted the opportunity to chair our Memorial Project Committee for the city, and we'll be bringing together residents and artists and developers from across our community to think about where we build this memorial, what do we build, and how we build it. And whatever that ends up being, it's going to be something that we can be really, truly proud of. And so as we think about our development in the future, I'm excited to launch and kick off this incredible memorial project, and really an opportunity to honor every single person that we have lost and that we will lose in this pandemic, unfortunately, in the months ahead. With that, I just want to say thank you for spending some time with us. This was not all of our projects, but it certainly is all the ones that are key right now in the city of Long Beach. So have a great day, and thanks again, and go Long Beach.